headed to an all-school meeting.
At our last home volleyball match, our athletic department wants to celebrate these three fantastic fans and say thank you. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, so today we saw Wildwood in Los Angeles, the school I was talking about yesterday that has about 700 students, K through 12, and 400 of those students are in the middle and upper school building, which is where we spent our day. And I saw some really cool things at Wildwood today. One of the things I learned about was their advisory program. Their advisory program is a lot like our home-based program, only it's even more extensive. So their advisory program in 6th grade meets 5 days a week, Monday through Thursday for 50 minutes, and on Fridays for 70 minutes. And in 7th and 8th grades, they meet 4 times a week, Monday through Thursday, for 50 minutes. That's 5-0, not 1-5. And what are they doing during all of that time? Well, on Mondays, they have an all-school meeting. So they start with everybody in the entire building in one space. And you saw a little bit of that video footage right at the start of this video. So you have a sense of what that meeting might feel like. But then they do a lot of other things in home base as well. They have a whole thick curriculum. In fact, I'm going to walk over here for a second. I want to grab the curriculum. Check this out. They have something called the Advisory Toolkit, and look at how extensive that is. These are all ideas for like home-based lessons. So I'm going to take a look at that. I've already looked it over a little bit, and here's what I saw. Basically, on Tuesday through Thursday, when they are with their home-based teachers or their advisors, they're working on community building, organization skills, study skills, and yes, I'm looking down at my notes because I wrote this down. They're also working on community involvement, so they might be doing some service learning work through their advisory. And then they also do leadership training. So they actually have a lot of purpose behind their advisory time, and they accomplish a lot more because they have more time to devote to it. So that's one thing for us to think about at SAS. Another really interesting thing we saw at Wildwood was what their report card looks like. Take a look at this bad boy. This is a report card for humanities alone. And they come out, these report cards come out every semester. So remember, this is one class. And here, all of the standards are listed and broken into categories based on habits, habits of convention, habit of evidence. And remember, at Wildwood there aren't grades like A, B, C, D. Instead, it's all whether a student exceeds expectations, meets expectations, approaches expectations. And one of the things they told us was that for a student to exceed expectations is a true rarity. In fact, it's as rare as a solar eclipse. That's what they told us. And in fact, to exceed is not, you do not exceed because you are extrinsically motivated by grades, but you exceed because you are intrinsically motivated to learn. So that was really eye-opening to me as far as, from a teacher's perspective, and it might be eye-opening to you as well. So this report card, this is only one page of it. Then take a look at this. More standards, more standards. Here's the narrative. Oh, look at that. There's more narrative. And there's a tiny bit more narrative, and then there's a final evaluation of how students have done on the habits of mind and heart. So imagine getting, at the end of a semester, a report card that looks like this for each and every class you have attended. That's a lot of information for you to mull over and contemplate and really kind of internalize in order for you to be an even more successful learner in the following semester or the following year. It's really an incredible wealth of information.
Wait, 3, 5, please. 3, 5, wait, 3, 5, please. 2, wait, 3, 5, please.
The last thing I saw at Wildwood today, which really dazzled me, was their music program. Remember, it's only a trimester long, but they pack so much into that trimester. In 6th grade, students learn to play a variety of instruments during their trimester of music. So they'll spend 2 weeks learning to play guitar, for example. We saw them learning to play bass. And so they'll spend 2-week chunks learning these different instruments and trying to learn 3 chords on each of those instruments. Then in 7th and 8th grade, with that background, knowing how to play those instruments, they work on composing music, original music, and they work in kind of groups, music groups, little collaborative groups. And in that collaborative group, a person writes a song where everybody can have a part, and then the group plays each student's independently composed music. How amazing is that? So of course I had to pop into a humanities class too, because I am an RLA teacher, and I have to tell you what I saw was literature circles. They were all reading the same book. They were reading Fahrenheit 451, and you're going to see in some photos that are going to follow my little blurb here, you're going to see a picture of a group of 4 students I had an extensive chat with about their life at Wildwood. They were just as charming as they could be. I really enjoyed talking to them. That was probably my favorite part of the day, was actually getting to chat with the students while they were in class. But anyway, so that's our visit to Wildwood, and those are just a few things that we saw that we're just kind of taking on board. We're not making any judgments. We're simply observing, and we're contemplating what SAS's future might hold. But we're not making any decisions. We're just thinking about it. So tomorrow, I'm now in San Diego. You'll see that the background is a little bit different from yesterday. We've driven down to San Diego, and we're going to High Tech Middle School tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'll have a lot more to share with you about a school that, rather than being advisory-centric, is actually more tech-centric. So in the meantime, I hope you guys are having a great day. I still miss you. I can't wait to see you guys on Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.